السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is Dr. Fؤاد الليثي, who is teaching Partnership Accounting 2. We are in this lecture introducing the lecture number 4. There is a note, please firstly review previous lectures. Lecture 1 up to 4 up to 3, then the lectures of the tutor. In this lecture we are introducing to you how to solve cash flow statements in practice. You have to apply all the main steps included on page 82 of your textbook, Selected Topics in Corporate Accounting, in order to solve the problem which we are going to use as a model. The problem is of company regarding property company. The problem requires you to build up cash flow statement for 2018. We have firstly to know whether we have the inputs, whether we have all the requirements for solving the cash flow statement required. Be sure that you have all the 3 items required in step 1. The 3 items are provided on pages 44 and page 45 of your textbook. We know all of them. The 3 items are income statement for the last year, which is 2018, two comparative statements for 2017 and 2018, the 2 balance sheets for these 2 years, balances for assets and liabilities, each in column. The 3rd requirement item is additional information which the company provides you to help you building your cash flow statement for 2018. The first actual step that you do is to compute the changes that happened from 2017 up to 2018. What do I mean by changes? Assuming there is an asset with the amount of 50,000 in 2017. That means on the first day of 2018, the amount is assuming to be 200,000 Egyptian pounds. At the end of year 2018, it has come to be 250,000. This means there is an increase from 200 at the beginning of the year up to 250 at the end of the year. Compute in additional column the change that happened in each item of assets and the liabilities. The increase in the case that I performed to you is assuming to be 150,000. This 150 you have to put it in a new column opposite or in front of the item which is fixed assets. In all items of assets you have to do the same. Compute the increase or the decrease. If in the first year it was 1,000, at the end of the year it comes to be 900, that means there is a decrease of 100. If at the beginning of the year it was 1,000 and at the end of the year comes to be 1,300, this means there is an increase of 300. You have to put these changes in a separate column. This is for open a new blank page. This page will be divided to cash flow statement. Divide this page into 3 parts. Upper part, operating. O. Second part, which is the middle, investing. I. The last part, which is the end of the page, the third, devoted for financing activities. F. That on step 4, by the end of step 4, your page, new page of cash flow statement is divided into 3 parts. O, operating. I, investing. F, activities. And when you deal with items, you have to put each item in its place. The final key for verifying your solution is available on the first line of changes. It is a plus 23,200. This means after you finish your solution, in order to know that you are correct, the net cash flow from operating and investing and finances, the total of them should be 23,200. Write on the top of your blank page cash flow statement, on the top cash flow statement for 2018, then a straight horizontal line, and then operating activities. Under operating activities, put the word the net income, and then on the second column you have to make 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. On the second column, put 400, 340 figure. By the way, please, on the top of cash flow statement for 2018, write amounts in thousands. Let us firstly solve for operating activities. We have in operating activities the figure of the net income, represent the result of the income summary according to the accrual. Now, write under net income adjustment for NI, a net income, to reconcile for cash flow from operating activities. Under operating activities, we do have now only the figure of net income. The first step is to add, I need to transfer the accrual figure of net income into cash basis. That means the non-cash items of depreciation and the gain and losses should be reversed. Depreciation has been deducted in net income. I have to add it now. Add to net income the amount of depreciation. Under it, add the gain on sale of plant assets. These 2 items, you can get them easily from the income summary. Add them in the operating section. Then solve for the current items according to the rule stated on page 81 of your textbook. Account receivable decrease should be added to net income. in the adjustment. Prepaid income increase should be deducted. Both of them assets. Let us go to the liability side. Accounts payable, salary payable changes should be placed in the operating section with the same direction because they are liability. By this way, we are applying the rule. Add the above adjustment to net income to get the first objective of cash flow statement, which is net cash flow from operating activities. The amount should be 13,840. Secondly, solving for investing and finances section. If you finish the first part, which is related to operation, that means you have finished 70% of cash flow statement. Why? Solving for the investing and financing does not need any new information. Go to the information which is additional information input. It will help you to solve for investing and financing as follows. Item 1 of additional information: the company sold land for 14,800. Imagine the journal entry of this item. Cash debit and the credit land, and the difference between the cash received 14,800 and the book value of the land represent gain on sale of land. Again, the amount received in return of the land, which is 14,800, represent addition to cash, should be added. Added where? In investment section, which is the middle activities. You have to put 14,800 selling land. Okay? Item number 4 of additional information: there is an amount of 450 dividends paid in cash. Should be placed in which section? Should be in investment. Should be positive or negative? Make the journal entry. Dividends payable debit, credit cash. That means the cash outflow should be between brackets. Why? Because the journal entry indicates that there is a cash outflow. There is a payment of a notes payable of 10,000. Should be placed in investment section as cash outflow, negative, inside. In additional information or in the balance sheet, liabilities and equity section, there is an increase of common stock of 45,000. What is the journal entry? Debit cash, credit, common stock. This means it is positive inflow, cash inflow. Positive in sign of 45,000. Addition of common stock should be placed in the investment section. The new two sections, which are investment activities totaling minus 25,200 and financing plus 34,560. Get the totals of them in the cash flow statement. Now you have the three main parts of the cash flow statement complete. Operating activities in firstly. In secondly, we got negative investment activities 25,200 and positive net cash flow from financing activities of 34,560. If you add the total cash flows, whether negative or positive, you will get the figure of 23,200. Add minus 25,200 plus 34,560 plus 13,840, total 23,200. This total equal to net change that occurred in cash during the year 2018. Please look at item number 5 in the guidelines to verify this. Thank you. Now you can go ahead and solve any cash flow statement problem. Thank you.